What comes to your mind when you hear the word verbal communication? Isn't it words? Yes, it includes words, content, language, and structure, and so much more. In this video, I am going to share some tricks which I learnt about verbal communication from my mentor. Are you ready to learn? Let's get started. Welcome to Grow with Girija, where we learn about public speaking, communication, and life. My last video was about 4 wheels of communication, which are verbal, vocal, visual, and you. Check out the video if you have not already done so. And today we are going to talk about the first wheel, which is verbal. And we are going to learn some tips on how to become effective at verbal communication. In the beginning of my communication journey, I did not know much about communication. So, what did I do? I asked for help. I went to my mentor and asked him, what is verbal communication? And this is what he told me. He said language is the first aspect of verbal communication. Take, for example, in this case, I am using English as the language to communicate to you. And he told me that language is like a vehicle. If you have a vehicle in poor condition, what will happen to your ride? It will be bumpy, and so will be your audience's ride when you don't use good language. But if you use a vehicle in good condition, which is well groomed, then your message, which is your destination, will reach to your audience. Did you know that language provides so many other techniques for making your message more effective? Take, for example, analogies. What is an analogy? Actually, if you notice, I have already used analogy in this video when I talked about language and compared it with a vehicle. And then we have quotes, questions, stories, humor to make our message more impactful. It is all part of the language. And check out my previous videos to get more understanding of those. While we talked about certain great techniques to use from the language to make our message effective, but there are certain things we need to avoid. Take, for example, jargons. Avoid that because that takes you away from your audience. Also, using abbreviations. Not everybody in your audience might understand them, and that creates a gap between you and your audience. The next thing my mentor told me was structure. You all might be familiar with that. If you would like to know more, check out my video on structure. There was research done which proved that when we use structure to communicate to our audience, the retention of the message increases by 40%. Yes, by 40%. Can you believe it? So why not use structure in our verbal communication? Some people say that by using structure we feel limited. But did you know structure sets you free because you are not worried about what am I going to talk about because you already know what are the ideas and then you are free to explain them as you wish. One more interesting thing which my mentor told me was that words have meaning. Now this was not something new to me. We all know that words have meaning, but this is not what my mentor meant. What he meant is that words meaning is not determined by the speaker. It is assigned by the listener. And I understood when he gave me this example. Suppose you are addressing an audience and you use this sentence. Imagine a winter night. Among this audience, there are two people, one from India, another from Canada. Are they going to imagine it the same way? No, because winters in Canada are way colder than in India. In this case, depending on the audience, the meaning of the word changes. So if you want the meaning not to be misinterpreted or changed, use explicit words. One question which I get asked so many times about the verbal communication is whether one should completely by heart their message. And this is a tricky one. I can share my experience. In the beginning, when I used to talk in front of people, I used to remember each word because that used to give me the confidence. But I don't do it anymore. Why? Because it is not an effective strategy to completely mug up what you need to say. What I do now is that I write my content. Definitely, I would recommend write your content, become familiar with it, and then take the summary, the headings, and the sub points of your ideas. And that way, you know exactly what you are going to talk about, and then you can be a little bit extempore about it. And finally, the opening and the ending of your talk that you should rehearse so that you are comfortable and you leave the message with a punch. And finally, talking about the verbal communication, it is the content, and we all would have heard that content is king, which is very true. Think about a dish you want to prepare. If you put low quality, stale, or cheap ingredients, will the final dish taste good? I doubt. To make a great dish, you need to have good quality ingredients. So make sure you spend good amount of time on your content. And with that, tell me how did you like today's video? If you liked it, like it, subscribe to my channel to support and share it with others who will benefit from this message. I will see you in another video of Grow with Girija. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep growing because change is inevitable, but growth is optional.